Fox News radio host Todd Starnes is going to discuss how happy he is that the Supreme Court decided to shove a fucking knife directly in the heart of the idea of separation of church and state by sanctioning government prayer at public meetings. And in the process of taking a victory lap, he's going to compare people who believe in secular government, the founders, he's going to compare them to Nazis.
Hey, Todd, a rare win for God in America.
Yeah, how about that? Always a good day when the anti-Christian post gets smacked down by the Supreme Court. So I think this was a good victory. What concerns me, though, is the 5-4 decision. I think that tells people, it should serve as a wake-up call for Americans, how important elections are. They have consequences. The chief consequence, activist judges get appointed to the bench, depending on who's in the Oval Office.
Absolutely, absolutely. Todd, tell us about the decision. So what did they decide? That a short prayer, I noticed they highlighted short prayer. What does that mean?
Well, look, I'm not into the legalese of it, but I think that certainly does open the possibility down the road for future court cases to come into the picture. I don't think this is certainly over. The atheists and the secularists have been pretty active all across the country, challenging these prayers, not just in the public sector, but also in public schools and other places as well.
Right. And I remember a bunch of cases where they said kids can't practice religion on a public school after school hours. Will this set precedents or maybe overturn some of those other decisions?
Could possibly. Look, I write about a lot of these cases in my new book, God Bless America. It's very disturbing what's been happening in this country, especially over the past 5 years, where the Obama administration has been waging a war against people of the Christian faith. It's not covered in the mainstream media. It's covered here at Fox News Channel. But this is a very, very important thing for people to be aware of what's happening in their country.
Does this affect the Pledge of Allegiance debate?
Well, I think it possibly could. We've had instances where people are upset because we're pledging allegiance, one nation under God. Look, I want to go back let's go back to our founding documents. We are endowed by our Creator. So let's say the atheists are successful in removing Creator out of that sentence. All right, who do we put in there? I mean, look, the Germans tried it with Hitler. Didn't work out very well with them. Look at what happened in Italy. Look through history when you take Creator out of the mix and look what happens.
Comparing people who believe in secular government to Nazis. All right. Where to begin? So you're comparing the founders to Nazis then, because I'll give you some quotes on this like I do every time we have this conversation. I mean, I'm sure that these are lasered in your brain by now. Quote, Christianity is the most perverted system that ever shone on man. Thomas Jefferson. There is not one redeeming feature in our superstition of Christianity. It has made one half of the world fools and the other half hypocrites. Thomas Jefferson. Lighthouses are more useful than churches. Ben Franklin. The way to see by faith is to shut the eye of reason. Ben Franklin. John Adams. This would be the best of all possible worlds if there were no religion in it. Thomas Paine. Of all the tyrannies that affect mankind, tyranny and religion is the worst. The list goes on and on, man. The Bible is not my book, nor Christianity my profession. Abraham Lincoln. Religious bondage shackles and debilitates the mind and unfits it for every noble enterprise. James Madison. So you're comparing the founders to Hitler. Well done, sir. Well done. And furthermore, how's this for a curveball? The Nazis were not atheists. He says it like it's an obvious thing, like, well, obviously the Nazis didn't believe in God. If they believed in Christianity, they would have never done that. Stupid atheists. Really, that's interesting. Then what's up with this? Quote, religion in Nazi Germany. The Christian population of Germany was the Christian population of Germany was about 67% Protestant and 33% Catholic. In total, only 1.5% of the population is non-religious. In other words, 98.5% of the people in Nazi Germany believed in God. But okay, so what percentage of them were Christian? It's got to be low, right? Because if they believed in Christianity, they would have never carried out those atrocities. 95% of Nazi Germany was Christian. Their fucking belt buckle said, Gott mit uns, which means God is with us. They weren't atheists. They weren't going like, God, they know so little about history. And when he says, well, hello, our legal documents, the founding documents, well, they're obvious, endowed by our creator. I mean, what do you want to replace it with, guys? Huh? There's my question. Gotcha. That's the Declaration of Independence, which is not a legal document. So you don't need to replace it with anything. In fact, the legal document, the Constitution, how many times does that reference God? 0. How about Jesus? 0. The Bible? 0. The Trinity? 0. And the only time it mentions religion is to say, don't establish one. So he's got it exactly backwards. His comparisons are beyond offensive. You know, we've gone over this before when people say, like, hello, obviously if we have Christianity involved in the state, things will get better. Then, wait a second, why is it that the places in the world that have the highest levels of Christianity, why are a lot of them hells on earth? I mean, we went through them before. I'm forgetting them now, but some of them are like Ghana and random countries in the middle of Africa, Belarus, like places that you wouldn't want to live. Romania, like you read the different places that have the highest levels of Christianity. Greece is 99% Christian, over 99% Christian. They have an unemployment rate that's, 27% above what it was during the Great Depression here? The idea that all you need is Christianity in the state, everything will be hunky-dory, that's totally not true. What happens is when you have religion as rule of law, that would be Sharia if we're talking about Islam, and when it comes to Christianity, that would be like burning witches at the stake. Okay, that would be the Crusades and the Inquisition and different theocratic governments which are brutally repressive and terrible when it comes to the issue of human rights.